Going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's mystery knife giveaway live event. As the giant gold, red, and white thumbnail, the same thumbnail that I do for every live stream, because for some reason it works and you guys have gotten used to it. As it suggests, instead of 10 knives, my God, instead of 10 knives tonight, or, well, for the next few weeks. Instead of 10, no, we'll be doing 20. I've mentioned many times, I have a lot of stuff that I need to give away. That I want to give away, but that I need to give away. So, I picked out 20 knives. All in identical pouches. And each winner tonight will get to select not one, not one, but 2 knives. Now, I'm going to let you guys know here early on, and you guys can, I want the nearly 200 people in here to inform people as they come in. So, because I'm going to say this for you guys, you just let them know. Sprinkled in with these, all of them are really cool. Everybody will be really happy with the prizes. Sprinkled in are, of course, some premium knives, right? But hidden amongst those 20 pouches is one GP Knives exclusive Rex 45 Manix 2. Somebody over the next few weeks, could be tonight, is going to win one of those Rex 45 Manix 2 exclusives. They gave me 2, and I decided, let's put one of them in the mystery pouches. So, if you, if your name is drawn, you have a small chance. You're going to win no matter what, but you got a small chance to win something really cool. So, yeah. I know, right? The FDE DLC, isn't that nice? Scott from USA Made Blade sent me this. I didn't know that they made other versions. So apparently, these are in S45 by the way. God, these are really cool for little knives. I'm a sucker for Les George knives, but so these are, if you're not familiar, these are in the same caliber as Chris Reeve knives, Hinderer knives, the true USA Demco knives, right? That's what caliber you're looking at here. But the ESV is the smaller one, but USA Made Blade got a ton of these in a ton of different configurations. So he sent me 2, one of the FDE Titanium, and then one in black. So yeah, if you want to check out the selection, make sure you check out USA Made Blade. You'll see an unboxing of that, but huge fan of those, for sure. They make great little EDC knives. You want to see the OTF? Oh yeah, sure. Do you mean the DLC Titanium Hawk Deadlock Model C? With DLC 20 CV blade and double mirror polished edges? Do you mean this one? Yes, DLC Titanium, the ultimate switchblade. Legitimately, this is like the god tier switchblade. Good thing it wasn't expensive, am I right? Oh boy. Oh boy, that's a good one though, I'll tell you what. Is that a Strider? No, it is the CKF Rotten Evo with the shiny DLC. Oh, a crowd favorite, this one. My goodness, they really knocked this one out of the park. Sorry, I'm going to have to put fingerprints on it, guys. That's how we deploy it, right? But always a crowd favorite. The shiny DLC Rotten Evo. Isn't that just a dream? Very nice. But let me tell you, you can get the same finish in a Kunwu now. Kunwu doing the shiny DLC. Woo, boy, isn't that nice? The Django, which can be had, I think this exact version for $240, $250. You can find the DLC LMAX, hardened to 60 to 62 in textured titanium, and their crossbar lock, which is very good, by the way, and comes with extra high tension Omega springs. Like a separate set, if you want to put them in there. Yeah, this is a good buy. Certainly. Kunwu, please. I'm sure that he's way ahead of me. Let's get this finish on all of your amazing designs, because everything that Kunwu makes is fantastic. There are links for Kunwu in the description if you're not familiar. I think it's very near the top, actually. If you're not familiar with Kunwu, buckle up. Some of the best value knives on the market in that territory. You know you're in the future when you get knives with downloadable content. Yeah, I've heard that joke before, but it is funny. I mean, we forget, you know, when you hear DLC. So I play video games and I play with knives. So, you know, decompartmentalization. What's next to the Stitch? The FDE ESV Titanium. This is the Les George ESV. American mid-tech, so it's going to be expensive, but these are available in a bunch of different configurations at USA Made Blade. Really nice, really crisp. You guys know I love Les George knives. S45VN. I got another one in black, so I want to talk to Scott about what he wants me to do with these. I want to see if he wants me to give them away. If he does, then I have 2 of them. They are not cheap. Great, more money flying out of my pocket. I want to go ahead and preemptively apologize to all of the folks tonight who are going to have 1 too many Gatorades and then buy something. I know statistically it's about 10% of you, so let's all cheers and have a drink real quick for all of those poor folks who are going to wake up tomorrow morning and realize that they went ahead and did what they were thinking about doing the whole week. Links in the description. This content creator really takes advantage of his audience. You're adults, huh? You're adults. You make your own choices. I lead people to water and teach them how to fish. That's how I like to think of it anyway. That's my copium. Is that a Midgard's? I love overbuilt knives. Oh boy, do I have a present for you? I'm in a zesty mood tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So buckle up, because this is gonna be a stream and a half. I'll tell you what. Ram Diesel, thanks for the donation. Okay, let me show this off, because it is in fact an overbuilt knife. This is a little bit of a calmer aesthetic for Midgard's Messer, and I think one that will appeal to more people. Look at that. Mjolnir. Thor's hammer, pocket clip, makes absolutely no sense, and it's definitely a hotspot, but it's really cool. Look at this. It's a flipper with a quarter-inch stock blade. Boy, that is just cool. If you've ever looked at Midgard's Messer knives and thought, yeah, they're cool, but they're a little bit over the top. This is still overbuilt, still almost a quarter-inch stock, but not quite the same wacky, super tall blades, right? It's actually pretty nice. And it's extra titanium scales. Oh, that's just a dream. Look at that. Look at that. New camera definition coming in nice. Have you guys been enjoying the 60 frames per second content? The 4K 60 FPS content? I hope you have. I have enjoyed presenting it. Welcome to the Knights of the Round Clockwork Fanatic. Raise your swords once again for Clockwork. He's been a knight before. Very cool. Oh no! Audio broke? The sound is running. Hold on. Let's see if I can fix it. Hold on. I'll be right back. So, orientation. How are we? Huh? Fixed! Alright, we're back. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, what was I screaming about? Did anybody, was there information there that anybody didn't get? I think we were covering the Midgard's Messer. Odend Tactical. I don't know if I actually ever said the name. It's Odend Tactical, and yes, it does come with the extra stop pin, so you can go extra hardcore. Start from the beginning. Basically what I said, I did that thing where I elongated the whole, I went like down this really unnecessary you know, where I like kind of, I never really quite got to the point. I said like, and I stuttered a lot, and I got eventually got around to what I was saying. Quarter inch thick blade. It's very Midgard's Messery without all of the extra sauce. The high blade, right? A little bit more of a digestible design here. Odend Tactical, very cool. And it has a flipper tab, which means it is meant more for the American, you know, where we can carry the flipper knives. But you can also reverse flick. It has a really nice detent. This is cool. This is one of their coolest designs. Really nice. And a front flipper for whatever reason. It's there if you want to use it. So yeah. No. You're not going to get 4K 60 FPS on a live stream. You're only going to get, you're going to get component on a live stream. But on my regular content, that's what I'm asking, if you guys are enjoying the upgrade to visual quality. Now, there's still going to be peppered in a few very old uploads, but after the next month, every single upload that you see will be 4K 60 FPS capable. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying that. We're going to get to the Winterblade, guys. If you were not aware of this, we're going to talk about that. Brian Winters may have broken the knife world. Did you pre-order a Ragnarok? I did. Can't wait. Beefstick, thank you for bringing that up. Thanks for your donation. I'm going to talk about a knife that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it absolutely blew me away. You're going to see this reviewed on Monday. Holy moly. Nick Chupin has brought us the Ragnarok. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this tier, what you're looking at here is a knife that is in the same tier as Brown knives, Holt knives. This is a magnificent knife. Look at this. Oh, God, is that beautiful. Look at this pivot. That is spectacular. Now, it's not just that, but let me show you something. The action here, I want to get it to doing what I was doing on the video. The control of this action, it is so smooth and perfectly fall shut. It actually will, it's, you see what I'm doing here? It's teetering. I'm using the slightest bit of vibration. Oh, oh my God. The control of that action is unreal. I cannot explain to you how satisfying this knife is. It's really, really cool. Now, this is an expensive knife, but the Ragnarok is truly a masterpiece. I messaged Nick and I said, dude, this is wild, man. This is such a nice knife. And these are small shop USA custom. These will be, you'll be able to pre-order those on Monday. They're pricey. Absolutely pricey. All right. Let's talk about this. This is the Winterblade Co. Severn. What's so special about that outside of the very wild... This is laser, by the way. It's not Bacon Damascus, but very cool. What's so special about that? It looks like a larger factor. It does have the profile of a much larger factor, but let me tell you what Brian did here. Now, he explained to me that he's actually had this design lock for a very long time. And I know that the reason he told me that is because there are a lot of locks on the market that are similar. What he has done here is actually genius. The release for this lock is both here. This is spring-loaded, by the way. Look at that. It falls back down. Unlike the shark lock that stays up all the time, it's spring-loaded, falls back down. What he's got here is a combination spine lock and bar lock. So while the shark lock is accessible only here, and for example, the ram lock is accessible only here, both excellent locks because they completely ignore the use of omega springs. These locks also ignore the use of omega springs, but we have access here and here. That means you gain the benefit of both worlds and can open this however you want to. What a mad scientist. Oh my gosh. This is world breaking, man. This, I'm going to tell you, never fat. I just finished my top 20 best knives of 2023, and this knife immediately made the list. I've had this knife for maybe 5 days. 5 days. And I was like, this is spectacular. The way that he has done this is absolutely spectacular. And it's so nice, too. It's just absolutely nice. These, I think, will be available for pre-order on November 22nd. And this is substantially larger than the Factor. But let me tell you, if you are a big fan of ease of manipulation, look at this. I'm using the, whatever we call this back here, the release, which again is spring-loaded. God, that's so cool. Now we'll use the tabs on the side, located on both sides. You can use the thumb stud. You can reverse flick it. This is the way. This is the way. What brand? Winter Blade Co. Oh, if you haven't gone down the Winter Blade Co. rabbit hole, oh boy. Brian Winters, if you don't have Instagram, Brian Winters is worth creating an Instagram account just to see what you're missing out on. If you create an Instagram and follow him and look through his page, it's almost like the rest of the knife world is in the Triassic period. He is so far ahead of the game. It is unreal. He is destined for legendary status. Mega Man. Actually, perfect music for right now what I'm talking about. Brian Winters he's already a legend. His Instagram blows me away. That's what it's what Ryan Clark said. I absolutely agree. He built he built an electronic, a magnetic OTF. Yeah. His magnetic stuff is unreal. Yeah, Brian like came back from the year 2075 and he was like, "Fools!" Fools. Behold, magnets. That's actually kind of a mean thing to say that he's like leaving everybody else in it. He's not. There's still obviously like a lot of great stuff coming out of the knife world. Brian likes to do things with magnets, so I'm being very dramatic. There's obviously plenty of great stuff coming out right now, but Brian, his stuff is very futuristic and it's very different than everything else that we're used to. So. Top row, fourth from the left. Oh, the CKF Rotten Evo. It's going to get fingerprints on it, sorry. Rotten Evo Shiny DLC. Always a crowd favorite. Every time I make a YouTube short with that video, it gets at least 100,000 views. And I've resisted the urge to spam it. What's your thoughts so far on the Quaken from Pyrotech? Really cool, and I everybody pointed out the magnetic, like the magnet stuff, and I found that right after the video. After I recorded it, I was like, God dang it! As soon as I upload this, everybody's gonna be like, you forgot about the magnets. I'll talk about that in the review. But yeah, there's like a magnetic. There's magnets in there holding things together, which is pretty neat. Bottom left one. You want? Okay. You want the bottom left one. Another crowd favorite. This was my custom from Francois Dutoy. Now I've got fingerprints on this from the last time I played with it, but this is polished zirconium, polished titanium liners, Damacor backspacer. That's right, Damacor backspacer, Damasteel pocket clip. This is my build request. And then, are you ready? Zero etch mirror polished Damacor blade. One of the most beautiful knives in my collection. This is, we're on the Mastercraft level here. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, I don't mind touching that one, you know, off camera. I wear the gloves so that you guys don't have to look at my fingerprints. Isn't that wild? Isn't that like such a beautiful flowy knife? Like it's so appealing. It's so rare that I have someone say that it's ugly or something. It's the color combination. The zirconium, the mirror polishing, and the blue. It's heavy because of all the zirconium. Just to be clear, people are always confused. I'm not giving these away. These are a combination of my own knives or knives that are upcoming for review. The knives that are for the giveaway are off camera right now. They're all in mystery pouches, so you guys nobody actually knows what they are, except one of them. I did reveal that one of the knives that is in the mystery pouches is the GP Knives exclusive Manix 2 and Rex 45. But you have to be lucky enough to have your name drawn, and then you have to be lucky enough to actually choose that pouch. Friday night table is always straight gas. Hey man, he said I can't afford it. You know what though? Let me tell you why that's okay, and I know that chat will they'll repeat this. If you ever see a knife that you're like, oh man, that's so cool, but I can't afford it. 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that was painful, but it was a lot more painful because the less expensive tiers of the knife world had nothing comparable. But in a way, that's not necessarily true anymore. No, you're not going to get zirconium and mirror polishing and stuff like that, right? But can you get cool knives for a low price? Yes, you can. The Vision FG, for example, can you imagine the pant filling baked bean dump your brain would take if we could get the Ultimate Vision FG for 80 bucks back in the day? This is a crazy knife. This is crazy. There's like the sub $100 knife world right now is on another level. Affordable knives are amazing. That's why I get so riled up about inexpensive knives, because they're so cool. So hey, fear not. You know, if it's out of your price range, you always have options. And believe me, I will let you know what they are. I will cover them. I just got the Quiet Carry the 9 today. You would absolutely love that knife, I believe. Happy Thanksgiving as always. Happy birthday. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. I'll have to check that out. I didn't know that came around. I'll message. I've gotten to know them a lot better, so I'll have to message him about that. Oh, flip this Terzola. I think he's been asking. Sure. The best version of the Terzola, the Eagle, the Eagle Rock. Yeah. S90V number 37 right here with zirconium, chalky zirconium bolsters, Zircotie pivot collar, beautiful carbon fiber, huge knife, absolutely gigantic at, I think it's like 9.5, 9 3/4 inches. Oh my gosh, unreal. Action is just spectacular. So good. Man, I love this knife. Look at that blade. Woo! Man. Y'all thought I'd be burnt out after 6 years, huh? Nope. Just getting warmed up. At this rate, it's like, man, we're gonna go for 500,000 subs, but I'm gonna be here long after that. Which knife has the fortified mountain position? If that's a meme, I don't know what it means. You guys are gonna have to fill me in, and then I will pretend that I've been I've been in the loop the whole time. Fortified mountain position? You mean just like penultimate? I have to imagine that's a meme. If it means penultimate, it's my Sharp by Design arch nemesis. I own Medfords. Did you guys not know that? I own Medfords. I don't, you know, I don't talk about them a whole lot. Just, I've said this many times. I like the product that Greg makes. I don't agree with Greg on a lot of things. So, yeah. But I own Medfords. I own some beautiful Medfords. One of them being this one. That's a Medford Marauder in S90V with the beautiful sculpting. Beautiful finish, right? I love the product. I'm sure that deep down, not even deep down, I'm sure that just hardly past the surface, Greg is a good guy. Just don't always agree with him. But let's move past that. How long am I gonna stream tonight? He says I'm a sleepy European. I'm gonna be streaming for a while tonight, guys, because the kids are at the new Trolls movie at the theater. So it's just me and you for however long I feel like holding you all captive. No, we'll draw at the usual time, but I'm gonna be here for a bit. So if you guys are ready to hang out, let's hang out. I hit level 100 today on my Sorcerer on Diablo 4. So let's celebrate my level 100 Ball Lightning build Sorcerer, who has every single best in slot item except for the pants. Gosh darn it, the pants. I can't get the pants! I have everything else though, so we're good. I can down Lilith. Uber Lilith very quickly. It's much easier to get to level 100 this season. I think it's about 40% easier. But I just hit level 100 today. They're watching the first Trolls. I mean, dude, like, we've all seen, if you have kids, you've seen the Trolls movies a million times. And you know what? They're funny. They're good. They're good movies. Honestly, I enjoy them. But I've seen them so many times. I am ready to see the new one, though. Uber Durio. I think I'm on my 21st or 22nd Uber Durio kill. No, I have no Uber uniques yet. But I'm after that Shaco, just like everybody else. I would really like that Shaco. That would be nice. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I heard that the odds of getting an Uber unique in that in the game right now are 1 in 50 Durio kills. So my goal is 50 Durio kills this season. If I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. There's always next season. Shaco and Grandpapa. I would love the grandfather. I would love the grandfather for my barbarian. Can you trade? Can I give my if the grandfather number one, can the grandfather drop for a sorcerer? And number two, if it does, can I trade it to my Eternal Realm barbarian? Because I would do that. Andrew Lyons, can we get an update on design? Updates are coming soon. I can't give you any more information right now. Any OEM hints? No. The OEM, I'll give you a hint. The OEM makes knives. Yeah, you can after the season. Okay, cool, good. Because I mean, if the grandfather drop, obviously my sorcerer's not gonna wield a two-handed sword, but I'll give it to the barb. That'd be great. I love Diablo 2, and I think I will actually go back. I have a 78 sorceress on Diablo 2, and I think I'd go back and play her again. Hey, there's Goku. What's up, man? Thanks for your donation. Got a Stitch, sort of. I got a wooden one from a Magnifold, and this thing kicks like a mule. Very fidgety. Yeah, the Magnifold are cool. I think they're kind of prone to needing more glue. My son's kind of came apart, but I glued it back together, and it was fine. So... You need a new hunting knife. I don't know how well what type of like expertise I can offer you there. That Buck Special has been like the classic hunting knife profile. So something thin behind the edge, I don't know if hunters prefer a hollow grind or not, but it seems like clip point knives are the preferred hunting knives. There's so many choices. Chat could probably give you some better. I mean, like if we have hunters in the chat, they could probably inform you better than me. Because I don't do that. I don't skin or hunt. Daddy Fat Sack, thanks for your donation. Keep up the great content. My daughter's 14 now, therefore I have seen many very good animated movies. Some great ones. Spider-Man. Yeah, oh my gosh, the Spider-Man movies are amazing. I just saw the new animated Spider-Man movie and it was awesome. God, those are incredible. I love the animation in those. So good. Speaking of animated movies, my son watched Dragon Ball Superhero, the newest Dragon Ball movie. My son and daughter, they both watched it, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it, which just makes me so happy, because I've been a fan, obviously, of Dragon Ball since I was 10, 11. So it's just nice to be able to share that with my kids. They have so many questions. My son wears glasses and Gohan wears glasses. So that was a big deal. It was so cool because, I don't know. I had a moment because I saw him. He was like, there are superheroes that wear glasses. And I was like, yes. Yes, there are. In this case, Gohan wears glasses. And he is a badass. It's a little special little moment there for me. So... So good. Blue Ranger, yeah, absolutely. Exactly. There are plenty of superheroes who wear glasses. Clark Kent wears glasses. I'm not sure if they're functional, but he does. Hulk wears glasses. Yeah, I forgot about that. Bruce Banner wears glasses. Some of the strongest superheroes in history wear glasses. Have you ever listened to your unboxings at half speed? Why would you torture yourself? Why would you torture yourself? I know that like 50% of people in here listen to my content at like super speed because I talk too much. Type 1 if you speed up the... if you increase the playback speed on my content. It's okay, it won't offend me. I'm sure you do. Did you get a rock polisher yet? No, I didn't. But thank you for reminding me. Actually, that I can't risk in case my son is watching, but I'll have to think about that. You just skipped to the end. I know a lot of people will just fast forward like through the intro. I've tried to make my intro as fast as possible, but I know you guys understand why the intro has to be there. I gotta let people know. It's called a call to action. You gotta let people know there's links in the description. I mean, that's affiliate revenue is the main part of how I keep the channel going, right? So I gotta let people know that there's links in the description. Even though, like, once you know, you don't need to see the intro. The intro is for new people, and then everything else is plug Instagram, thank my patrons. I no longer say, please, support me on Patreon, like, so that I can keep the channel going, because the truth is that the Patreon support is not necessary for the channel to go. So I try to say thank you to the people who choose to support me on Patreon. And then I want to say thank you to the people who sent the knives, right? I want to do that. It's part of it. And it's also part of letting people know how I acquired the knife. You got to let people do that. And then I unbox it or I start to review it, and people like to fast forward to the parts that they're interested in watching. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't expect people to actually watch every review all the way through or every video. Palmer Connolly, thanks for your donation. Wishing Nights all a great Thanksgiving. Hey, thank you. Who's excited for Thanksgiving? My favorite holiday. Because food and football and Gatorade. America. I agree. Let's not talk politics. Hate it. I understand political discussions are necessary. I'm just not the person to have or host them. Palmer Connolly, thanks for your donation. Second from the left on the bottom, please, MC. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, of course. I like to call this magma zirconite. It's hard to see in the camera. These are actually red zones. It's a very subdued black Timascus. It's got red and orange in it, which is amazing. I didn't think red was achievable for titanium. But wait, there's more. Oh. Mirrored ballback. Have you ever seen that? Ballback. Not ballback. Ballback. Ballback Damast. It's actually what it's called, not Damasteel. Ballback Damast. Should look that company up because holy moly, they make some nice stuff. One of my nicest Herman knives here. Very, very nice. It's a Mantis. Custom, full custom Mantis. I love the sequence. The continuous, the perfect pattern. Ballbach does amazing patterns. Damasteel does really cool stuff, but Ballbach does really nice continuous patterns. Yeah, you guys always enjoy that one. We already have 1,000 people in here, and we're not even 40 minutes in. What's up? Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Thank you, guys. We usually don't hit 1,000 till later. Thank you. I'm glad you chose to spend your evening with me. This is great. Oh, by the way, I had a ton of fun listening to non-copyright metal music with you guys last week after the stream. That was really fun. Guess what? I got hit with 2 copyright issues. It wasn't completely copyright free. Now, I didn't get any strikes, but the creators have what do you call protocols in place to flag people who use their music. And they didn't strike me. They just said you can't monetize because it's, and that's understandable. So I had to edit. If you go back and watch that live stream, there are huge chunks of it that are edited out because of some of the songs. So unfortunately, that's a bit tricky. I would love, I would love to listen to some more metalcore and metal and gent and all that stuff with you guys. But that's just a little tricky on YouTube. Why don't I own a whippersnapper? That's a great question. I don't know. I should own one. I should reach out to Eugene and see what kind of secret sauce he's got cooking. Mr. Cheezel, thanks for your donation. Hey, MC, did you get the latest prototype for your knife yet? No, not yet. It's on the way. They're working out a couple little things. They're working on it. Why don't you own a Koenig Arius? Great question. I've been fighting a mental battle with the Koenig Arius, and I have decided that I do in fact want one, but it needs to be perfect. I will buy one, and I will buy one. I will not ask for a free one. I will buy one. I want to support that company. They're doing great things here in the USA, but it's got to be perfect. I have seen amazing versions of it, but I'm waiting for a special boy. I want to get it. I want to stand in line like everybody else. I want to get it. I want to work for it. I want to pay for it. That's what I want to do. Being a content creator is great. You get a lot of free stuff, but there's nothing like the thrill of waiting and being there on time and snagging it quick and it's the right one. I like that feeling. I enjoy that. That's the part of being a knife collector that I enjoy is that, I don't want to do it the easy way. I'm not saying that Koenig would give me a free one if I reached out. I'm sure they wouldn't. I'm just saying I do that intentionally because I like that rush. I like that thrill. And more importantly, I like to support the companies that are creating this stuff. I'm monologuing. I should pay attention to chat. People are like, yeah, great. Cool story. That's great. Wow, how cool of you. You can take your cape off, asshole. Sorry. I just want to let you guys know what my mentality is. Do you own a Red Horse Knife Works? Funny you should ask. Red Horse Knife Works just sent me something to show you guys. And I think I might hang on to it. To take a total 180 from the freaking soapbox speech I just gave everybody. Red Horse Knife Works is cool, and they have some awesome new stuff on DLT trading. You guys should check it out. So many questions, so many rants. I agree. The ratio of like rants that I have to questions that I answer is like 99 to 1. Sorry. Hey, George Lopez, welcome to Knights Around. Knights, raise your swords for George Lopez. Enjoy the badges and Excalibur emojis. So on that note, if you're wondering what the heck just happened, George joined my Knights of the Round membership program. This membership program does support my channel, and I will absolutely use that money to buy more knives. But if you want to do that and gain access to, you can see there are all the sword emojis in chat, which only Knights have access to. If you look closely, you'll recognize some of those weapons there. But if you want to gain access to those exclusive emojis and your own badge beside your name, which will rank up in color over time, the longer you're a knight, right? You can get blue, then green, then purple, then red, then gold, and finally platinum after 2 years. But those badges will show up not only in live streams, but under any one of my videos every single time you comment, and everybody will know you're a Knight of the Round. So if you want to do that, you can simply open the description of the live stream and click on the 1, 2, 3rd link in the description. It says become a member of my channel. You can do that if you'd like. Paul Miller, for example, just joined. Again, welcome back to the Knights of the Round. Paul Miller, Knights, raise your swords for Paul. Enjoy, once again, the badges and Excalibur emojis. Current watch that I'm wearing, I'm not wearing it tonight, but my favorite watch that I've worn here lately is the Tools for Gents exclusive diver in PVD black. God, that is such a nice watch. They have a titanium diver for like 800, which is amazing. I love that one. I have that one too. But the TFG PVD diver, all black, beautiful. I think it's a 44. Big boy. Coined edge, signed crown, sapphire, sapphire glass, ceramic bezel, see-through back. Swiss made, Swiss movement. Build clasp. Everything. Has everything except screw down links. Beautiful watch. You can check out Tools for Gents in the description as well. What knife would you use to fight robots in space? Dude, John Duncan bringing up... Oh my god, I forgot about that game we used to play. What a weird game. Who was a part of the live stream where... What was the game we played? It was like... It was totally just... Like, whatever my brain thought. And like, people would offer answers to questions. Like, the topic was, for that live stream, like, what knife would be best to fight robots in space? And I had a ton of knives laid out, and I would slowly remove knives. I would pick up a knife and talk about why it would or would not be good, and I would slowly eliminate knives. It was called elimination. We would just remove knives that wouldn't work, and then we would eventually land on a knife that would hypothetically be the best for whatever the topic was. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago. This channel had less than 10,000 subscribers when we did that, and John, of course, would have been there. That's amazing. I forgot about that. Will Troutman, welcome back to Knights Around. And Clarence Davis, also welcome back to Knights Around. Let's raise swords again for 2 new nights. Enjoy the badges and Excalibur emojis. Have you ever played Zombies Ate My Neighbor? Yeah, for Sega Genesis, that was one of my favorite games. Really difficult, if I remember correctly. Is that, you could get a lawn, couldn't you get like a lawnmower and just like mow over zombies? That was a fun game. They should reboot that. Check my super chat, says beef stick. I'm going back. I'm going back as far as it'll let me. Beef, I'm so sorry, man. It won't let me go back any further. I'm so sorry. Third top left, that's the Nick Chupin custom Ragnarok, which is absolutely spectacular. I showed off the action earlier. the most controlled, technically fall shut action. It just requires minute wiggles. Ah! So good, man. It's such a crisp D10. Nick Chupin, he knows what he's doing. It's just been him and his dad making knives, small shop, USA. Beautiful. Will be available for pre-order on Monday. Are these EDC knives? I mean, any of them can be EDC knives. On the table, the one that I EDC the most is this guy. That's been my... So far, this is probably the winner for, like, my favorite knife that I've carried in 2023. There's going to be a final, like, best knives by category. And I'll make up the categories. I'm not going to follow any templates. There's going to be a Metal Complex sort of end of the year awards, but the knife that I've enjoyed carrying the most for 2023 is probably going to be the Stitch. But best of all the way around, you gotta consider design, innovation, all that stuff. There's a lot of knives up for that. What do I think of the Vostede Morel? I actually don't know. I'll have to message him about that one. I haven't seen it. Other country giveaway rules, please. Sure. It's in the video. If you haven't watched the video, so here's how you enter. Step 1, there's a link in the description. That's all you got to do. Open the description. It's the very first link. Click on that video. It goes over all the rules. If you live in another country, you can absolutely enter and win. But I need to be able to ship to somebody within the continental United States. So you need a family member, a friend, a member of the knife community who you trust. I have to be able to ship to them, and then they can work out how to ship to you. I understand that's frustrating for people who live outside the United States, but I have to do it that way. I have to follow rules. This is no longer a teeny tiny channel. I can't get away with anything. I have to be very careful. So thank you for understanding. There are plenty of trustworthy people in this community. If you're a member of forums, Discord groups, there are plenty of great people. Be careful. Don't just trust anybody, but I can promise you there are some very trustworthy people if you're willing to pay the shipping charges. Oh no, did we run out of music? That's poo-poo town. No! I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back to the OG. The one that I know won't hit me for copyright. Hold on. We're going to start this one from the beginning. This is my favorite live stream playlist. Stupid vacation ad. I know. I get it. Oh my God. I've never been on a cruise. That looks like a lot of fun. I don't get seasick, so that wouldn't be a problem for me. Here we go. Quaker! Oh my gosh. Quaker's pretty good for you. I'm just going to let you guys know right now, like Quaker Oats in the morning is probably one of the healthiest breakfasts you can have. Here we go. The classic. NES playlist number 1. I can't do that. I know you guys wanted a music, but I gotta go with what I know is not gonna get me a flag. I tried the royalty-free metal, but I got flagged for that twice. In last week's, I lost all the ad revenue for the whole stream, which wasn't much, but like that takes away from you guys' donations and stuff too. So we'll be careful with that. Thoughts on the CKF Gnome review coming? As that was my super chat. I did talk with NC Blade, and so it's possible that I could get a sample for review. I don't know that, but I'll have to check on that. But NC Blade did. They asked me if I wanted to check out something else, so maybe I'll chat with them. I've had a lot of really awesome retailers and OEMs and just companies in general reach out. So like, I'm just gonna let you guys know that the content, the potential for content on this channel is just expanding like crazy. I will continue to bring you awesome budget knife content, but I will also continue to bring you some of the most insane, wild, like deep corner knife content, you know, sprinkled in there. I know that the hyper expensive stuff is not the most popular on this channel, but I'm gonna cover that stuff for people who want to see it. Burning Kush YouTube or YT. It says, please respond. I have a question. All right, what's your question, man? I'll try and watch for that little fire logo there. Hold on, I'm gonna wait and answer this one guy's question because he said he's been asking a couple of times. I know a lot of you guys are asking questions. I'm trying really hard. God, there's almost 1,200 people in here right now. That's awesome. You guys are great. Okay, I want to start a knife review channel. How do I get sponsors? Well, to be honest with you, I don't have any sponsors, and I've never had sponsors. The problem with an actual sponsor is that it's a conflict of interest. If you're sponsored by somebody, then it means they get to control what you say and do. So you don't want a sponsor. What you want is to create content, and you want to create enough content that gets OEMs and retailers interested enough to send you samples for review. So really what it's about is creating enough content and creating content consistently enough that enough people watch it and then eventually gains the attention of brands and retailers. But the most important thing is that you're not doing it for money. You're not doing it for attention. You're doing it because you legitimately enjoy doing it, which is how I built this channel. I went almost a full year without even being monetized. I never made a penny. And I also went a full year without having anybody except for my audience paying attention to me. But I created this channel out of a passion. I did it because I enjoyed doing it. So if you're willing to work at it, then eventually, if you put enough time and effort into it, eventually you will get big enough to where retailers and OEMs and people who are selling a product will find your content beneficial in terms of exposure. So, I mean, like, I'm fully aware that I'm a marketing catalyst for a lot of companies. But the one thing I always tell them is, you send me something, I'm going to say what I think. If it breaks on camera, for example, the Best Deck, button lock that broke on camera, I said, I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to show it. If you send me something, whatever happens, happens. Whatever I think is what I'm going to say. So you're not guaranteed a positive review. So you got to do that. Now, you could blow up overnight, but I'm just telling you my story. I worked 10 months or so, 11 months without being monetized, and I probably created 300, 400, 500 uploads, something like that. Do it for passion. Do it because you love it. Don't do it for any other reason. I never in a million years would have expected this channel would gain 370,000 subscribers. No, I mean, obviously, like, who could have predicted that? There's people in here who have been watching since well before 1,000 subscribers, so. The new lightweight Manix and MagnaCut, I heard about it, but I haven't. I mean, listen. If anybody's going to get the heat treat the way the community prefers it, it's going to be Spyderco. Talk about a geometry that's going to work really well with that composition, right? The Manix 2 has a beautiful blade geometry. What's your thoughts on the Chavez RCK9? Heard it's a great ADC. It looks cool. It looks like a lot of other Chavez knives. I haven't actually handled it yet. Bottom right? Yeah. Kunwu Django. This one in polished black DLC, LMAX, and diamond textured titanium. These are completely available. There's a link for Kunwu in my description. You can buy these for anywhere from 190 to 250, I think. 180 to 250, depending on the configuration. Really great buy. Really, you're getting a lot of knife for that money. I mean, Kunwu in general is making some of the best products in that price range, like, period. That company has just done nothing but fire. They are the old Linkin Park of the knife world. The hybrid theory of the knife world. I know I just struck some of you in your soul. The days of the CD players that took batteries, right? You have the Hybrid Theory album on the road trip, right? On the bus, on the way to sports, right? I don't need any other CDs. Just give me Hybrid Theory. I know, because I was that kid too. What I've done, I've been myself something. Transformers! I don't know the lyrics. It's a good song. I have no idea. R.I.P. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. That's very dismissive. I mean that legitimately. That was a huge part of my my adolescence. Linkin Park, man. Chester was a legend. Very sad. I know that just sounds like so like I'm being unceremonious, but I mean that. First $500 plus knife. I'm going to let chat also answer that question because it's important that you get a lot of perspectives here. But if you're looking for a knife that's over $500 that's really going to land you that feeling, honestly, the knife that's going to nail it the best for you around that territory is probably going to be the Demco 8020, the US version. Now, the G10 versions are going to run less, but the titanium version is probably the most like, holy crap, this is... If you can somehow snag a titanium Demco 8020, that's a little over 600, 625 or so. But you can also get a G10 version for slightly under 500. But that's probably the knife that's going to get you the feels. They're just really hard to get. Unless you want to go on the secondary and pay however much. What are those? Those have come down on secondary. What's the price of a Demco 8020 G10 or titanium on secondary now? I don't look anymore, but I'm just curious. I have a titanium one. I'm just curious for people who are constantly watching. $900. It's not as bad as it was. Holy moly. There was a time where the titanium ones were going for over $2,000. Tie's about 800. That's not bad at all. I mean, I still don't recommend you go secondary, but the prices have obviously come down. Got a full tie for $700. You got a good deal. That's honestly, that knife's worth $700. Yeah, unless it's on Arizona Customs, you pay $1,500. Yeah, Arizona Customs, that's rough. We got just a bit here, and we're gonna draw. So don't leave. If you're just here, if you're just now entering, or you're just popping in the live, and you're like, "What's going on?" We're gonna draw soon. I'm gonna remind people the steps on how to enter. Here it is, right here. There's only one step. There's a link in the description. Open it up. It says enter here. Live participation required. So don't leave. You're gonna need to be here and be in chat if you want to win. Click on the link. It's a short video. Follow the instructions in the video. I'll still be here. And then, yeah, just come back to the live stream. What an excellent time to promote my Patreon. Have you ever wondered to yourself, in a moment of meditation, which we all find time for throughout the day, to quote Dwight Schrute, what does Metal Complex do on Patreon? I'll tell you what I do on Patreon. If you join my Patreon, I will use your donation to buy knives. That's what I will do, and I will turn that into content. But what you get for as little as $1 a month, literally, it doesn't matter what tier you join. I don't have special tiers. You can pay me whatever you want, but if you want to just gain access to Patreon, I made one of the tiers as cheap as possible. It's $1 a month. You'll gain access to every last bit of Patreon exclusive content I've ever created, which is once a week anyway. You'll also gain access to all of my knife sales that I create in the future, which are heavily discounted. You'll also gain access to once a month Patreon exclusive giveaways, which I do privately for my patrons. You'll also gain access to my private Discord, and you'll gain access to private Patreon chat. So it's quite a bit. The link for Patreon is down in the description, and I know there are tons of patrons in here who can vouch for what I do on Patreon. It is a busy place, and I am extremely active there. It's also much easier to get a hold of me there. Anyways, Greg Steiger, welcome to Knights Around Knights. Raise your swords for Greg. All hail Greg. I know. You guys know I gotta promote Patreon. The truth is, back in the day, I needed Patreon to keep the channel going. but it's not that way anymore. I just promote my Patreon because it makes it easier to get my hands on the knives that I want, and my patrons know that. I make sure that they understand that. I buy knives with the money that I get, and that way people know. They can say, hey, this guy doesn't need support to run the channel, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to watch his content for free. Or you can say, I don't really care. I just want the benefits. It's up to you. The important thing, if you have Patreon, if you're considering becoming a content creator, it's okay to create a Patreon. You just can't lie about what you do on Patreon. You have to tell people what you do. There's a lot of creators getting in trouble for not explaining what they do on Patreon or pretending like they need it in order to keep things going. No. You gotta explain it. You gotta tell people. Otherwise, people don't trust you. And more importantly, because it's the right thing to do. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm getting on my soapbox again. Okay. I do sell knives at amazing discounts. I get a lot of stuff for free, and sometimes I sell that. A lot of stuff I give away, but some knives I sell, and when I do sell, they're always dramatically reduced in price, sometimes half off. So that's retail, not MSRP. I go half off of retail. Any updates on the prototype? As soon as I can give updates, I will. But I need to handle the next prototype. I gotta feel it. I don't want to give you guys any wrong information. This is a long-term project. And while we are ahead of schedule, so to speak... Sorry, I'm putting on chapstick. While we are ahead of schedule, there's still a lot to do. I don't want this to release without it being absolutely what I want. You know? It's my baby. It's the culmination. My magnum opus. Am I using that correctly? Can I say what the blade steel will be? It won't be something that you see very often. I have come to very much enjoy this blade steel, and it is not a common blade steel. All hail Winter Blade. I agree. Pay very close attention to Winter Blade Co. over the next month if you want to get your hands on the Severn. God, what an absolutely magnificent knife. He gets it. And I think, judging by how long he's had like this in development, I think he was maybe late on release, but early in development. But the manipulation of this knife is so wonderful. And the lock strength this is a combination back lock and bar lock. This is a very strong lock. Oh my God. And increasing the size of the factor was the right choice. Guys, this is special. The Severn is special. This is a landmarker knife. And just like the factor was, right? It's like, a lot of people I think looked at the factor and it's like, where does he go from here? That was level 1 for him. That was level 1 for Brian Winters. No, but listen, everybody's saying, oh, it's going to be expensive. Oh, man, spaghetti in my pants. Listen, hey, shut up. He's going to release listen, I got a flyer about this. I got a flyer, okay? Listen. He's gonna do, hold on. He has versions of this. Yes, look. He's gonna do blasted aluminum Black PVD 14C28N. You don't have to pay for people who are like, I'm gonna complain because I filled my pants with peppered mashed potato gravy sauce and all I know how to do is complain. There will be a less expensive version of it. Multiple, in fact. Here, I'll just let you guys look. Pre-orders open November 22nd, 8 p.m. Winter Blade Co. Don't fill your pants with lasagna just yet. Have faith. The wizard giveth. Is it? What's the price? Okay, what's the price of the 14C28N one? Does anybody know? I actually haven't looked at the price. I'm stacked with lasagna. I want to know the actual. Does he actually has he actually released the pricing? Because I knew that the top of the line was going to be expensive. 360 for titanium. That makes sense. And listen, is that a $360 knife? Yes. Are you kidding me? Look at the competition. Look at the competition. We and Riot. It's a Chinese production knife, right? Developed and designed in the USA, and he definitely makes USA customs. But can you name a Riot knife or a Wii knife that's like competing with that knife at that price point? No, absolutely not. But what's the price of the less expensive stuff? I mean, it's okay if you disagree with me. I'm making it sound like you can't disagree with me, but you can. You can disagree with me. That's fine. Fill your pants with lasagna. Feel free. I don't copyright any of my quotes. You can use them. Damn. No. 14C28N will definitely be available. So you're looking at the pricing for the M390 guys. His 14C28N models might still be somewhat expensive versus the competition, but they should be substantially less. I understand the cheapest available is still over $200, but is there an actual like official pricing for a 14C28N model, which does it's official, it's on the flyer. Well, it's in the information he sent me anyway. Variant 5, and he's got some TBD configurations, some collector's editions, which I'm gonna personally go for. But PVD and 14C28N, it should cost less. It's still going to be expensive. It's not. We can't do Kubi pricing here on something like that. Okay, so 14C28N has yet to be listed officially. So you guys got to wait for that. Don't be dropping your gravy just yet. All the people used up all their ammo complaining about Benchmade pricing. I agree, though. Benchmade's pricing has been out of control lately. I still like Benchmade. I still root for that company, right? But man, it's hard. What's harder is ZT. What's the messer on the table, Marco? Yeah, sure. This is the now listen. Speaking of like choices I don't agree with, this is a super cool knife. Super thick, overbuilt. Thor's hammer pocket clip. Like, come on. The Midgard's Messer Utgard Tactical. They offer these in G10 and titanium. This is the titanium. Well, they actually sent me both sets of scales, but they're still using CPM D2. God, I really wish they would just try S35EN or preferably S45EN would probably be the right choice for the geometry. This is probably the best looking overall Midgard's Messer. And it does have the extra pin. So you can lock it out in the open position or I don't know why you'd lock it in the closed position, but it's just here so I don't lose the pin. But yeah, that's a cool one. It's not worthless. D2 is not D2 is a great steel. But people are always like, oh, CPM D2 and D2 are the same. They're not. CPM D2 is made by Crucible. It's powder formed. It's not cheap. It's just not the composition people want to see on an expensive knife. But realistically, and there's plenty of people in here who will back this up, D2 is actually a fantastic user composition if it's heat treated appropriately for the geometry. D2 is not 420J, guys. D2 is still a very good steel. It's just we don't like to see D2 or even CPM D2 past a certain price point. For me, once it gets past $150, I'm really not super interested in CPM D2 because there are better balances for that money. Yeah, it's like people crapping on like the 10 series carbon steels. Like people are like, oh, 1095. 1095 is an excellent steel in the right setting. There are certain knives in certain settings that you wouldn't want anything but 1095. It just depends. I mean, like, we have different mindsets when we're judging this stuff, right? I have countless uploads on this. D2 crew, rise up, D2 crew! Wow, ratio. I mean, let's be fair about that. Level 1 up actually had a good point there. So M390 is more than I really need. So M390 with especially yeah, most super steels are more than what we need. But it's a lot of times when you're paying a lot of money, you want the perceived value. I don't need a sunroof, but I've bought 2 brand new vehicles in my life, and both of them ended up with sunroofs because that's what was there. And I went ahead and I was like, well, it's got a sunroof. You know, like I don't need that. But sometimes that's a really bad example. You should buy what you need, right? But sometimes in enthusiast territory, it's not about like whether or not you're going to use it. It's about whether or not it's present on the thing that you expect to have those additional features for the money, right? Remember the triangle. Enthusiast, user, collector. We all expect different things for our money. Brian Miller, thanks for your donation. This may be off topic, but I have been carrying the Knife Center exclusive Civivi Badlands Vagabond, and it might be the best value knife I've had. That's a very good knife. That's really cool. I'm glad you're enjoying that. There's lots of enjoyment to be had when we're talking about budget knives. This is the best time ever for budget knives. Obviously, I mean, every year is the best year for budget knives, but think about the options we have now versus 10, 15, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we were all just cavemen poking in the sand with sticks. We had no idea what was coming. 15 years ago, if somebody showed me something from Winter Blade Co., I'd have a stroke. It'd be like giving Warheads candy to somebody who lived in the colonial period. Like, I don't know what I'd do, you know? Very soon, the drawing's coming soon. We have 1,400 people in here tonight. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Obviously, I'm going to do tonight what I've been doing in the past. This is an extended live stream, so we're going to draw. So the people who are here just for the giveaway, that's fine. It's going to happen very soon. I'll draw, and then, you know, if that's all you're here for, that's fine. You can take off. Go join one of the other awesome creators that are going live tonight. Bees Blades usually goes live, but, you know, whoever's going live, go support as many other channels as you can. There's tons of them out there. But after that, anybody who wants to hang out with me and get weird, because we usually do, that's what I'm going to be doing for quite a while tonight, actually. I'm going to hang out and get weird with y'all. I can say y'all, I'm from Kansas, even though that's not my typical thing. Can we answer Anthony? Who's Anthony? Oh, he is Anthony? Are you referring to yourself? What'd you say? Oh God, Anthony, I'm sorry. Ask me your question again. You missed my $5 super. Can you give feedback on Chop Knives Beowulf? I'm trying to decide my configuration. I love your opinion. Okay. Chop Knives Beowulf. You know what? I'm gonna Google that just for you since you donated here. Hold on. Chop Knives. So I'm going to look at a picture, Anthony, so take this with a grain of salt. Wait, what? Chop Knives Beowulf. Hold on. So all I'm coming up with is the fixed Beowulf. Is this a custom? I did find Chop Knives, but the Learn More button doesn't do anything. Okay. Hold on. Anthony, would you email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com and I will try to personally answer your question for you? I can't seem to find exactly what it is, because what it's coming up with is a bunch of different stuff, but a lot of it is the fixed Beowulf from Midgard's Messer, and I don't think that's what we're actually looking for here, but I would like to answer your question. So please email me and I'll try to get back to you. It depends on how many Gatorades I've had tonight, but I will try to answer your question. I'm sorry for missing your super chat there. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, he says I'll email. Good. Okay. Hey, Metal. Currently looking at the White River Knives Craft PKO. Any opinions on it? Also, just curious if they do like coupon codes on Blade HQ, and if so, do you have any? I don't have any coupon codes for Blade HQ. I don't think Blade HQ generally does coupon codes. They just inform their affiliates of when they're doing programs. And I try to let people know if I find a good deal or I find a cool release on my. If you didn't know, my community tab is extremely active. If you're looking for drops or heads up, I am constantly scanning the retailers I work with for drops and important things like that. So check out my community tab if you haven't. So hold on here. Go back. White River Knives Firecraft PKO. Hold on. White Firecraft PKO. Okay, again, I'm going to look at a picture here. Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, okay. So I don't like the ring on the back, but I do. It has a very GSO blade shape. Actually, it looks pretty nice. Where are these made? I like everything but the ring on the back. No, Alex B, you can't just comment in chat and enter the... You have to do this step. There's a link in the description. Open the description. It's the very first link. You got to leave a comment under there. I just judging by the picture, I like the whole thing except for the... Oh, wait. No, there's a Firecraft here. Is this GSO? Is Firecraft is that? Explain to me, why does it look so much like the GSO? Help me, guys. I'm finding a Firecraft with no ring, and it looks super similar. Help me! I don't know what you guys are talking about. Why does Firecraft? Why does this look so similar? It looks awesome. The ringless version looks great. It's a beautiful fixed blade. No help whatsoever. Okay, to answer your question, I think it looks awesome. That's one of the most handsome fixed blades I've ever seen. Negative on that one, Ghost Rider. Yeah, I hear you. Chat, we got almost 1,500 people in here and absolutely no help. I think it looks great. I know absolutely nothing about that company, and it looks extremely familiar. Show us the knives not on the table. Buddy, I have 400 knives down here. Between my own collection and the absolute mess of knives that are sitting here waiting to be reviewed, I cannot show you all of those knives. You get this rectangle. You get this rectangle, and that's it. That's all I can show you. This is one of the most heavily populated, non-massive milestone live stream populations. Boy, that was a lot of syllables that I have had in a long time. So sincerely, thank you all so much for being a part of this live stream tonight. We're going to get this giveaway rolling. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to draw. So please, while I take the obligatory live stream bathroom break, and I do this at this time every time so that I don't have to do it in the middle of the thing, please follow these instructions. This is all you have to do. If you have not done this, you have to do it. Listen to me and hear me now. You can't just type in chat and be entered. You have to do this step. Open the description of this live stream. It says link in description. It's the very first link. It says enter here, live participation required. Click on that link. It will take you to a separate video that is private and only accessible to people who open the description. That way I can keep all the entry comments in the same place. It's a video that goes over the rules and explains everything. It's really simple. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to join anything. Listen to the rules. Understand how it works. Leave a comment. Keep it PG so that YouTube doesn't filter you. That's literally all you have to do. No, leaving multiple comments will not help you. I'll be right back, okay? You can ask the other, I assume at least 1,000 of you have done this before. He does come back. He does come back from his bathroom break. Okay, bye. All right, we did it. Love seeing the numbers fly in chat. I'm sure all the people are super confused. If you want context on what people are doing in chat, it started off as people guessing what I was doing, 1 or 2. And then people started saying 3, you know, that joke. And then people just started saying whatever number, and it sort of turned into this weird game where people are either rating my ability to get back here quickly or just typing whatever number they feel like. I know it makes it lame when I explain it, but that's the context. Now you can participate in the joke. Free State Fellow, thanks for your donation. White River is the USA fixed blade company that makes excellent fit and finish knives. They also do OEM work for cold steel knives. Check out the Ursus 45 DLT is a 3V exclusive. I'm very happy to know that. Thank you very much, and thank you for the super chat there. Why does it look so similar to the GSO though? Hold on, unless maybe I'm mistaken. Hold on. Okay, no, I'm just wrong. It's okay. It's similar in the fact that it's like a bushcraft profile. So I'm just mistaken. That's why chat was offering me no help. They were like, "Dude, that's a weird take." Okay, it's not the same thing. But that I'm really happy to know about that because I legitimately actually am considering buying one of those fixed blades tonight. That's like Anthony or whoever asked the question. I had never seen them before. That's a good-looking fixed blade. I have no use for it, but I just like the profile. Well, right, but wait, he said White River. That's this, but is that the same company? Are we talking about the same? Are we talking about the brand that I was confused about? I'm sorry. I'm lost here. Wait. No, I see your donation. Theory Gagnon, thanks for your donation. He says, wait, he's not seeing my donation. Oh, wait. Did you send the big one? I just noticed there's a big one there. Was that you who sent that? Thank you. I'm only guessing because it says Canadian. I'm sorry for missing that. If you asked a question, I'm really sorry. But thank you for your donation. That was very generous. I'm sorry about that. Chat is flying, and I'm all over the place too. So let's move this because I know the folks who are just in here for the giveaway are they got other stuff to do, right? They got spaghetti to make. I'm just kidding. It's totally okay if you're in here just for the giveaway. That's why I do these. I like giving knives away. Just wait till you see this pile. I got a pile for you guys tonight. All hand selected by me from my secret stash. Last chance. Do the step. All right. That's it. Last chance. Huh? Do this. First row. Second row. Oh, look at all these mystery knives. Listen, somewhere in here, there's multiple premium knives. There's a lot of budget knives, but they're all really cool. Somewhere in here is the GP Knives exclusive white and black Manix 2 and Rex 45. One of these pouches absolutely does contain that knife. So, let's go ahead. People trying to pick out, they're like, that knife looks a little more clumpy. That pouch looks a little more clumpy. I'm picking that one. Pick out what you want. Be ready. There's a lot of people in here. It's going to be hard for me to spot a winner, but I'm going to do it. Give me a sec here. I'm going to load up the link. We're doing 2 winners tonight, guys. These knives will be given away over the next 5 weeks in live streams. 2 winners tonight. Each winner gets to pick 2 pouches. Any pouch you want. We'll do it live. Hold on a sec. All right. Let's refresh this page. We're using commonpicker.com. Refresh the page. We're going to go right here. Oops. Number of winners is 1, obviously. We're going to paste this link, and we're going to let everybody see the link so that we know what it is. That way you can all type it in manually, pause the live stream, do whatever you want to do. Make sure I'm not pulling a fast one on you. Filter duplicate users. Obviously, we got to do that. We're going to scroll down here, and we're going to hit Get YouTube Comments. We're going to let that just cook for a little bit. My guess is with 1,600 people, oh my gosh, there's probably 1,800 comments or so. Holy moly. False advertising. Come on. Everybody knows how I do this. We'll always pick 2 winners. Whoops. 1776. We got 1,776 comments. The winner of the first 2 picks. You guys ready? First 2 picks tonight. Jim Bruckner says, love your videos. We're looking for a brown jay. Watch chat. We're looking for Jim Bruckner. Come on, Jim. Looking for you in chat. Wait. I just saw him. Yes, he's here. He's here. Well, I'm going to get this super chat real quick. A little Adam Jr. Gaming, new to knives. Thanks for all the great content and helping guide through my purchases. For sure. Thanks for watching. Jim is officially here. Jim, let's make this really simple here. You got first pick, the top row, 1 through 10. Bottom row, 1 through 10. So give me 2 numbers, Jim. Chat, let's calm down just a bit. It helps me pay attention to Jim and his picks. So just give me 2 numbers, 1 for the top row and 1 for the second row. He's thinking. Let him think. Thank you for slowing down, chat. Chat, you guys are so nice. You guys make this so easy on me. Thank you for following instructions. It's okay to chat, but it's just nice if people slow down. 3 and 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We got a medium one and one that's a little heavier here. So, first pick. Oh, Bestech TARDIS. I'll never forget this one. This is one of the most unique knives that Bestech has done in a while. 14C28N, two-tone blade, cyan, colored G10 two-tone with black. Very, very cool and very unique knife. So there you go. That's going to be your first win there. And your second win, what do we have here? Oh, also a saucy boy. Also not sure I'm allowed to give this one away yet. The Conspirator in Ultim Button Lock Conspirator. 2 super nice knives. Definitely, not hyper expensive, but definitely on the weirder side for the knives I'm giving away tonight. So there you go. Very cool. You'll enjoy those. Those are 2 excellent knives. So let me be clear, because I had one of the winners actually never reach out to me last week. So I got to be very clear with my instructions. I'm going to save these for you. Those are ready to go. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com. Please give me your full name. Please give me the knives that you won and your full shipping information. And also make sure that you label what your name is on YouTube. That way I know for sure. Please do not forget to put 87 in there. A lot of people, I think, do metalcomplex@gmail.com. There has to be an 87. Somebody, for some reason, already has metalcomplex@gmail.com. So make sure that you include that. Please don't worry if I don't respond to you all the way up until Thursday or Friday of next week. That's when I do my shipping. You will get your knives and you will get tracking information, and I do absolutely ship priority. So don't worry. All right, let's close the gaps here, and let's pick the second winner for tonight. Those were some sweet wins, dude. I remember packing those, and I was like, man, that's going to be a fun one. All right. Very cool. Okay. It's time to undo paste. Okay, no. We're going to reload. Got to do it again. Well, let's do that where everybody can see it. There you go. Fresh page. So we've got any late entries included now. Bless America! Okay. Paste. Paste. There's the link. Same one. Filter. Get YouTube comments and just sit. I know. Get StreamYard. Kind of like the manual process. Kind of like it this way. It adds tension, right? I know. He said I had a late entry. I know. I do it for you guys. That's why I do that. 1,807. That's the highest number of entries we've had in a long time. The only time we have this many people in here is when I have like a milestone live stream. So that's really cool. Sincerely, I love there's so many people in here. That's awesome. Okay. The second and final winner for tonight. I mean, I'm going to give away some memberships, but for knives, the winner tonight, the last winner tonight is Dusty Flu! Wool! Wool! Let's go! Big fan of wool. Kind of itchy, but whatever, man. He's got a motorcycle in his picture there. What's the, let's see here. Oh, he's here! Yeah, immediately I see him. Yes! We don't have to hunt. He's here. Dusty. We now have 1 through 9 at the top and 1 through 9 at the bottom. So give me 2 numbers, Dusty. Chat, give him a congratulations real quick and then slow down for me so I can see. So I need 2 numbers, 1 through 9 and 1 through 9. Six and 8. 6 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously, all the pouches are Civivi or Sen cut because they look identical, right? It's not necessarily an indication of what's inside, though there are Civivi and Sen cut knives in here. Let's do the Sen cut pouch first. Oh, the Halloween button lock Civivi Elementum! Yes, the weirdest, probably the most disconnected Halloween themed knife I've ever seen. God, this was such a funny release. The Halloween Civivi Elementum is yours. The most gas station-y knife. Oh my gosh. This is funny for so many reasons, but this is now yours. This beautiful, this beautiful Civivi Elementum button lock is yours. Look at those flames and skulls. Eternal damnation. The perfect depiction of infinite, eternal torture. For some reason displayed on the profile of the Civivi button lock Elementum. Is yours to cherish forever, friend. Oh my God. Okay. The second knife. I actually really like that. That knife's going to be famous. Oh my God, are you serious? On the first one! Of course it would be the first one. Because all of my other streams have been, the ultimate prize was given away at the end. He got it. That's fate. That's RNG. You got it, man. You got the GP Knives Manix 2 exclusive. Well, congratulations. Congratulations, you freaking got it. I guess I'm gonna... Here's what I'll do. I'll take one of the budget knives out of the pouch, and I'll replace it with another premium knife to make it interesting. There's still 2 more premium knives in there, but since the ultimate price was drawn on the first stream, oh my god. What are the odds? Well, 1 in 20, I guess. 1 in 10. It's not that bad. It's a 10% chance, so we're drawing two knives out of 20. Right? You got it, man. Brand new. With the box, with the papers, with the salt pack, with the little plastic thing the knife comes in. Absolutely perfect. All yours. Enjoy it. That's a hell of a user. All right. Freaking guy got the got the highlight prize right off the bat. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your full name. Your name on YouTube if it's different. Your shipping information, your complete shipping information, and the exact knives that you want. This really helps me when I'm, creating labels and stuff. Don't worry if I don't get back to you until Thursday or Friday of next week. I promise you get your stuff with the boxes. If I have them, I definitely have it for the Mannix. But I'll get you that stuff. So congratulations. And I'll provide shipping tracking information as well. I can't believe that. Oh man, lucky son of a gun. He won and drew it on the first pick. Oh my god. We'll give away more knives next week. Let's just knock the box off the table. Hang on here. Alright. It's time for hangout time, guys. We'll do this knife guy style. Just kind of scatter these all over the place. I like the scatter, just, kind of putting the knives kind of haphazardly on the screen. Got this from Jim Skelton. He used to do this. All right. Holy moly. Yeah, he says thanks for doing this. Absolutely. I love that. It's just as fun for me. Like, I'm sure you guys can tell. Like, I love the, like, I have no idea what's in there, And I'm sure people were starting to think, like, he must manipulate what's in those pouches so that the grand prize is always given away at the end. That way he can keep the maximum viewership. I truly don't know because I mix them up so that I don't know. And it just so happened the last 3 times we did this, some of the best stuff was given away at the end. Well, that's the odds of the universe, man. Like, sometimes it happens that way and sometimes it doesn't. Question my first super chat was, what's that knife on the right in the middle with the Damascus handle? Oh, yeah. So that's the custom Mantis from Herman Knives. And it's got a mirrored Ballbach damasked blade and what I like to call a magma zircotai scale on both sides. And now they polished the clip and they did not polish the frame to give it this kind of matte, like what I call magma look. So it's kind of a cool contrast, but definitely one of the more expensive knives in my collection. I think this is almost $3,000. I think it's about 27, maybe 2,800, but definitely a nice knife. This thing is more fun for me. It might be. I set these live streams up to intentionally be fun for me. It's a nice cherry on top that you guys like this the way of doing things too. But this is absolutely set up to be fun for me. I like the random choosing and it's like opening a loot chest, right? It's fun because nobody knows. And nobody knows what's in there. 18 left. I will add another premium knife to the mix to keep it interesting. And I will probably keep doing that all the way. Like, if people keep drawing the best knives, then I'll just keep adding nicer knives. That way there's always something really cool in there that somebody could get. I'll tip the scales in your favor. I mean, let's be honest. I have knives. I've always got more knives to give away, guys. I've always got more stuff, so it's fine. I can do it. But let me tell you, the stuff I'm stockpiling for 400K will blow your mind. I've got some special babies to give away for 400K. I'm going to be giving away thousands of dollars in knives for 400K. When we hit 400,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away some seriously epic stuff. So the best of the best is going to be reserved for that. Yeah, tell your mom, all your family members, give yourself better odds. Sure. We're at 371,000 subscribers right now. This channel gained 22,000 subscribers last month, so it'll be here sooner than you think. Oh, flip the show. I think he's been asking for that for a while. So this is the soft overkill. RJ Martin and Shiro go off with that beautiful mirror edge. We got, it doesn't say on there, but it's a Van Axe blade. Or wait, I think it is. No, it's M398. M398. Satin and tumbled. Very high reflectivity. And we got some beautiful micarta, some blue titanium liner lock. This thing had some lock stick, and it is definitely breaking in, but it has beautiful action. Oh, see that? And listen to the break. Beautiful. Stunning. Everybody's still happy with the way that I do the live streams. Just, I know that the people who are left are the people who always hang around, so I like to ask you guys what you think. Do you guys still enjoy this format? Okay. All right, cool. So I like to ask, I'm not specifically saying that you're more important than everybody else. I'm just saying I know who is in here still hanging around. I recognize almost all of the names, so I know who you guys are. So it's important to me that the people who are really here for the long haul are, you know, weighing in. This is who I like. This is the council. See the Ragnarok again? Yeah. Again, these are going to go up on his website for pre-order at, I think he said either 4 or 6 p.m. Monday. Really nice. If you've been holding out for a good custom, like a good USA custom, this Ragnarok is absolutely sick. And it is so nice, guys. You'll be able to tell right away. And what's cool is it's not a heavy knife, but it's got a nice weight to it. So while it's not, you know, quite an 8-inch knife, it has the weight and heft of something that you would want to experience in a knife that you paid a lot of money for. Every bit of this knife feels as high quality as it looks, and look at those milling lines in the blade. That's really a nice touch. Look at that bevel. Even, all the way. No goofy spots. Nothing here that would suggest that this maker does. Obviously, it's Nick Chupin. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. That pivot is so cool, man. Look how he does this double shadow boxing here. All those bevels. So nice. You'll have options too, for sure. This won't be the only option. This is a Ragnarok V1. He has up to V12. Not to bring the mood down, but RIP Grant Hawk. Yeah, did you guys know that Grant Hawk is no longer with us? That was a really sad announcement. One of the gentlemen behind the legendary Deadlock. Grant and Gavin Hawk have been a father-son duo for a very long time and have brought us absolutely brought this channel at least some of the most amazing content that you will find on YouTube when it comes to knives. That was, man, that was wild to read. Truly a legend. I mean, Not somebody who will be forgotten, for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. It's just like certain people you just expect to live forever, you know? And then you remember that we're all mortal. Sorry, I'm not trying to. It's like Lou said. I'm not trying to bring anybody down, but it's a heavy reminder, you know. We live in a finite universe. But man, did they push things. He really pushed things to the edge. You know, brought some of the most high quality. I mean, like this. It has no blade play. It's just amazing. Legendary. What's the Persian? It's the mini Berserker. Not a small knife at all, but if you remember how big the original Berserker was. Look at that. Oof, that is a unique profile. If you ever looked at the Berserker and thought that's cool, but it's too big. Because has anybody not seen the original Berserker? Anybody in here not seen the original Berserker? I can show it. So here's the original. Not small. So yeah, they made a smaller one, a little more EDC friendly. It's still a very big knife. Kept that one because it was wild. Look at the diamond texturing. And then to frag. They did the diamond on the pocket clip too. The top right. That's the new VBR. I forget what they call this. Is the MK something, but it's the Varga VBR, but it's the larger one. So this, and I pre-ordered this. This is 8.5 inches. Imagine a skinnier, elongated XM18, because that's kind of what this is, but it's still got its own. It's still got its own personality and really a fantastic EDC design. These will be Riot. Well, actually, I don't know if he switched to best deck. I can't remember if it's still Riot or not, but very well done either way. If it is best deck, it's indistinguishable from Riot quality. Very nice. I would highly recommend pre-ordering one of the new, and they also have a smaller one. So, choose what you like. Oh, let's give away some memberships. Yeah. Here's 20 from me. Hold on. 20 memberships from me incoming. These will be good for 1 month. If you choose to reactivate them, that's completely up to you. You will obviously not be automatically charged because I charged my own credit card to pay for it. So you'll have a badge and Excalibur emojis for 1 month. If you do want to keep it up, it's $1.99 a month, but that's entirely up to you. I do this every live stream. Congrats to the winners. You'll know if you won because you'll have a new blue helmet beside your name while you're in chat. Or if you were a member before, you'll have a different shade. And nice. Yeah, congrats. MC, I made my YouTube account just so I could subscribe to you. I've been watching forever and recommend to all my friends. I used to be not signed in, but I made an account just to sub to you. That means so much to me. Thank you. That's really cool because, truthfully, you could not make an account and just watch, and I would be perfectly happy. But the fact that you made a YouTube account just to subscribe is really cool. So thank you for that. Sincerely. I'm probably going to hang out here for maybe like 20, 30 more minutes. I believe my DoorDash is at the front door, and I'd like to bring it inside real quick. So give me 1 second. and I will come back and hang out with you guys. Okay, it wasn't. I guess they're late. I just thought for sure by now it would be, but okay. No, I did Qdoba. Rice and beans and chicken and vegetables. Did you guys watch Kansas beat Kentucky? Oh my gosh, what a game. Wow. Anybody watch KU versus Kentucky? God, that was good. I know Kentucky's young this year, and we probably should have won by more, but man, that was good. Oh, that was a hell of a game. No more knife giveaways now. I don't want you guys to hang out expecting more. This is hangout time. The winners have been drawn. We'll go again next week. Dropper Post Toast. Welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Sword for Dropper Post Toast. Absolutely insane game. I went over to my brother's house and he was like, I'm going to go to bed early, you know, at halftime if it's just like, you know, if it's a blowout either way. Which we thought it would be Kansas like by quite a bit. But it wasn't. It was we were ahead at the beginning, and then they came back, and they were beating us by 12 or 14 at one point, and then Kansas came back and won it. Absolutely wild. It was a roller coaster game. They were on fire. That guy for Kentucky was just hitting threes like nothing. He had a blindfold on. He could hit him from any part of the court. It was nuts. As the year's closing out, any predictions for 2024? Well, I make pretty generic predictions. We're going to see a lot more innovation. I'll tell you what, the rise of the spine-operated spring-loaded lock, basically the imitation Demco Shark lock, the rise of that lock will be just unreal. There'll be so much stuff coming out with that lock. S90V will replace M390 like completely as like the go-to premium steel for the sub $200 premium Chinese titanium frame lock running on bearings. Those are my two biggest predictions, but I think anybody could make those predictions. I think those are just obvious predictions. So, and that's fine. S90V should. I like M390. It's fine. It's okay. S90V is a better steel for most people. Not everybody, but for most people. Oh, the pre-order's live. Okay, you said spoke to Nick yesterday. Okay, you'll see my review on the Ragnarok. Spoiler alert, it's a gush fest. It's a 20-minute gush fest for the Ragnarok. He sent it to me. He just gave me the details on it, and I started playing with it, looking it over, carried it for a bit. Just spectacular. S90V over MagnaCut, that's hard to say. I mean, MagnaCut has a better balance, and it's going to be easier to sharpen. S90V will hold an edge longer and still has very good corrosion resistance, but it's not as tough. So it depends on what you value. Either of them are perfectly acceptable on a premium knife. MagnaCut has a wider range for like optimal hardness. I think S90V can be 59 to 62. But Magna Cut, I think the community wants to see it anywhere from 60 to 64, maybe on the higher end. S90V seems to be easier for companies to hit at the optimal range. S90V is not like M390. 59 is okay for S90V. 59 is not very good for M390. According to the charts that I have interpreted myself. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. S90V is not a steel that is optimized for pocket knives, though. So you have to understand, neither is M390, technically. S90V, I think, is used in industrial food prep, and if I'm not mistaken, when it's optimized for what it was intended for, it's actually quite a bit lower. It's like 56 to 58 for that. But for pocket knives, they hit it harder. 59, 61 usually. Yeah, but you see, he says, ouch. But I mean, but listen, if it's meant for something else, then you have to hit it at the appropriate rock level. They hit it higher for the pocket knife people. Does it require diamond stones to sharpen? I mean, you'd have a lot easier time. I don't think I would approach it with anything other than diamond stones, but I'm still a novice sharpener. Show off the Severn? Okay. Very, very heavy candidate for best of 2023 right here. I'm telling you right now. Look at that. That's beautiful. This spring loading allows it to be operated like the Shark Lock, but it falls back to a nearly flush position. It also is just cool. And can also be operated via these side switches. So, axis lock combination Shark Lock, no Omega springs, some magnets involved somewhere. It's like the Shark Lock meets the Ram Lock. With all of the Winter Blade Co. goodness. Deploying and manipulating this knife is however you like to do it. Fidget Factor Supreme. Beautiful. And lefty positions. Obviously, you got to do that. It's an ambi knife. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Laser bacon. Have you heard of Weeby knives? No, I have not. Is it an Amazon brand? I'm just guessing. Super chats. Let me go back up. We got super chats. Oh, okay. High hole scramblers. Thanks for your donation. Ultim Towser have decent grip considering finish. Yeah, it actually does. Yeah, it's fine. It's still slippery, but it's fine. It's not nearly as ultra slick as you might expect. Ultim is weird. When it's dry, it's actually plenty grippy. Then again, truthfully, I've never dipped it in water or anything like that, but it's fine. Best sub $300 knife for EDC. Honestly, I still think the Ritter Hogue is one of the best candidates, but if you want titanium, you're going to need to look... it's probably the Max Ace Black Mirror. The Max Ace Black Mirror for EDC is pretty much untouched. I wish their heat treat was slightly better, but it's still okay at 59 to 61. But the Max Ace Black Mirror, alternatively, the Max Ace Mirror Cat. And honestly, no. Let me say this. I forgot. Both the Meerkat and the Black Mirror come in S90V now. Let me look this up on Blade HQ. Use my link. Hold on. In the description, if you're going to buy it, go to at least use my link first. But hold on. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. Max Ace Black Mirror. Okay. So the version that comes in... No way! Dude, you can get a Max Ace Black Mirror in carbon fiber and copper Mascus in S90V for $148. That's the one right there. Does the Civivi Snakes work the same? Yes, it does. Indistinguishable. Late to the stream, just order the Demco Shark Lock. What's your take? Thanks for hanging out. Looks cool. I mean, for a smaller knife, that's the way to go. You're maximizing the strength and ease of manipulation for the size that's in your pocket. And the price, I think, is fair. Yeah, I'm serious. Max Ace Black Mirror or Meerkat are some of the best value knives on the market. I don't know how they're doing it, but yeah, 148 bucks for titanium, copper carbon fiber, which looks awesome. They should have done it with blue and not gold for the pivot collar, but whatever. Honestly, like you can't buy a better dollar for dollar knife right now. And it's totally available too. Hold on, let me look and make sure. Yeah, they have a ton of, and if you don't want S90V, you can get the regular one in M390. But they've got, oh, they do it in blue. Get the blue one. They do it in blue. Why they send me the stupid gold one? I mean, thank you to Maxis for sending me a free knife, but like, get the blue contrasting in copper carbon fiber for 148. That is an insanely cool knife. Unreal. Easily, that's best value on the market. Dollar for dollar. I was just about to tell you to scroll down a little. I know. I'm so bad about that. I depend on you guys so much. When I do unboxings, one of the benefits of unboxings, because I do those blind, is I unbox it and I look it over, and anything that I miss, you guys are like, you idiot. There's a thing there. Like, look at it. It's so beneficial as a content creator because I get every extra detail from the comment section sometimes. I can't switch the screen because I'm not on. I don't have StreamYard. I'm doing this it's my phone. I'm using the Galaxy S23 Ultra for this. Yeah, can you guys believe? Congrats to all winners, like you said there. Thank you, and congrats to the winners for sure. Can you believe the freaking Mannix was drawn tonight, right off the bat? I bet that guy's over the moon right now. I actually get a lot of joy about thinking about it. I hope that guy is like pumped. I like the chiptunes too. I've enjoyed this. Your super chat, please. Scroll up here. Immortal Gaming. Immortal, I can't scroll up enough. Tell me what your question was. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, the giveaway is done, guys. We're just hanging out tonight. We're just hanging out at this point. Sorry if you missed it. Don't worry, I'll go again next week. We got lots more knives to give away, but the giveaway for tonight is done. Immortal Gaming, I'm looking for your question here or your comment. I'll just type it again and I'll read it. Yeah, JRP for sure, man. What was one? Mannix 2 and the one of the nicest knives in there was 1, and then some other cool stuff. The Conspirator and Ultim and some other things. Best deck TARDIS. What Kunwu is that? Did you hear about the Olon Go Axle V2? I did not hear about the Olon Go Axle V2. I'll have to message him. The guy's a really nice guy. And then the Kunwu is... Oh, hold on. I'll get back to that, but this track is so annoying. Okay. The Kunwu is the Django in polished DLC LMAX, which is just beautiful. Such a good knife. I think this configuration is 250, which is easily worth it. Just a really nice. You get ambidextrous clip positions. Comes with an extra wire clip. Comes with extra high tension omega springs. Titanium texture, diamond texture titanium. Beautifully heat treated. Super EDC friendly blade. Just really good. And the ergonomics are just amazing. So good, man. Link in the description. You guys know. It is very slicey. Those things are super thin behind the edge. I mean, it's not open L thin, but it's thin. They're serious with their grinds. They don't screw around. They don't do that whole like, oh, we're really worried about like when people like have an issue and they have to send it back. Like, they don't do that. They're like, no, we're gonna hit it hard and we're gonna hit it thin. Like the people who want that, they understand what they're risking with that. So like if you're pounding it into concrete, obviously you're gonna have an issue. They know what the Kunwu understands what the target audience wants. That's why people like them. They don't screw around with that, like, you know, covering their tracks BS. Like they just do what people want. And they make good knives. Boa pre-order arrived today. I got full dress. Isn't that nice? Honestly, that knife is a steal. Full Timascus and S90V that's mirror polished. What did you pay for it? The price on it was excellent for people who want that stuff. It's got a Python. Dill pickle, does it have lock stick? No. Good for you, man. Enjoy it. You have a perfect knife outside of the pocket clip. Unless you love that Spyderco clip, I think it's poopy. You know what's funny? I used to think it was one of the best clips. Here's one of those like weird conundrums. You think something is good until you experience something that is truly better. So authentically, I used to think the Spyderco spoon clip was the best clip on the market. And then I experienced multiple better clip designs, and I was like, wow, I hate the Spyderco clip. So it's one of those things you have to ask yourself, does it work for me? And if it works for you, it doesn't really matter if there's something better. If you like it, then it's fine, right? You don't have to listen to some idiot reviewer in a metal complex who suddenly realized there are better clips out there. You can just enjoy whatever you like. Stupid idiot. What do you recommend more for my next EDC Vosteed, RSKS, or Demco 8020.5? The RSKS is cool, but the 8020.5 will serve you better. The RSKS has more design in it, and it's more like fun and spicy, and you know, it's cool. And it'll work just fine. But the 8020.5 is a better tool, and I think you'll appreciate it more long term. It also will almost inevitably become like your dedicated tool. I use mine constantly. Like, I mean, constantly. It's the only knife my brother will carry. I've given him so many knives. The only knife he'll carry is that 8020.5. Shark's Foot, specifically. I mean, if you like the other blade shapes, it's fun. The Shark's Foot is, like, the best EDC blade. I'm losing my voice. I've talked so much tonight to you guys, I'm losing my voice. I said I was only going to hang out for, like, 20, 30 minutes, but I'm kind of wanting to stick around here. There's still 300 of you in here. See, Brian Shaw says, I change out wire clips immediately. Wire clips are one of those things you either love or hate. I don't like them. I want a different clip. It doesn't have to be milled, but I don't like wire clips. I'm going to give away 10 more memberships because you guys are being cool. Here's 10 more from me incoming in a moment. Congrats to the winners. Nobody has to do this, but I'm going to say if you're planning on a super chat, you can always ask a question because I'm going to read chat anyway. But if you're planning on a super chat, consider gifting memberships because then your donation can actually benefit not just me, but the other people in chat. That's completely up to you, and it depends on what you plan on donating for your super chat, but consider benefiting the people in chat as well. Don't want to push you. Do whatever you want. Obviously, this live stream is free completely. You don't have to do anything. But if you're already planning on doing something like that, consider benefiting the other people who are hanging out tonight. Yeah, congrats, guys. Congrats. I'm glad you guys are happy. Obviously, again, at the end of the month, you do not have to renew that. This month is free. So you can do whatever you want. I totally missed the drawing. Thank God I didn't win. That's kind of a ease off of your shoulders, right? You entered, but you weren't drawn, and it's okay that you didn't make it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, since there's sub 300 people in here. Anybody who wins who's not here, if they show up later and they're like, oh my God, I missed it and my name was drawn, I'm still gonna give you a knife. I decided, because that happened here recently, and I went ahead and gave that guy knives anyway. So just so you know, if it helps you be at ease, I want the population high in here. So I always say live participation required. If you win and you have to go for whatever reason, I don't care what your reason is, it's fine, everybody's got their own life, and then you come back later and you're like, oh no, I won and my name was wrong, I'm gonna give you a knife anyway. Don't worry about it. You still have to catch me, I still have to see you in chat, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, nope, sorry, idiot, better luck next time. I would never do that, that'd be terrible. I would never do that. I'll always have more knives. Can you imagine? I'm just like, no, I'm not going to make one more shipping label. You want my Skaha too? I'm really tempted. Truthfully, I can't accept any more knives right now. So I have, to my right, legitimately 45 knives to review. I got 45. So my plate is so full right now. I can't accept anything else. And I got companies trying to get me to take on more stuff, and I just can't. I have to tell them right now, like, I can't. Like, my holiday season is booked. And this is the stuff that I want to talk about. So I have to wait for a bit. I'm not playing WoW retail right now because I still have to finish Baldur's Gate. I still have to finish Final Fantasy 16. I still have to, excuse me, finish God of War 2. And I will return to, I wanted to say Space Quest, Starfield. I'll return to I finished Universe 10 and got the armor, and I mastered all the powers. I went through that grind on Starfield. Got 280 hours in Starfield, and I maxed it out, and it's fun. But I got to the end where what I wanted to play. So I'll play it again, but I got a lot of games, and I'm really enjoying Diablo 4 right now. This new season has been really fun. Eventually I'll play WoW retail again. I need them to be fully at Icecrown Citadel before I play again. The Herman Micro Sting, you mean the custom one or the basic one? I don't think I'll ever sell the custom one. But I only sell, I've made a promise to my patrons, I don't sell knives to anybody else. That's exclusive to Patreon. And it has to be like when I'm it's first come first serve. I don't do any behind the curtains selling. I want to be fair. Hey, it's cool. Hey, take care, guys who are taking off. That's fine. Thanks for hanging out. We need to make a petition to name the Space Quest. Space Quest is a fun... I mean, they could have named it that, sure. Starfield sounds cooler. It's better for marketing. But it's basically Space Quest. I like this set. I'm pretty sure this is Beetlejuice for NES. Is it? No, it's Dream Master. I thought it was Beetlejuice. I'll tell you right now, whatever they're planning for, if Season 2 is any indication of where Diablo 4 is headed, the expansion that comes out quite a ways from now will be absolutely amazing. Especially if they implement rune words. And sets! I want sets to return. I like armor sets. I know some people are pissy and lasagna pants about that. You know, I don't really care. I want sets and rune words back in Diablo. I've missed rune words since Diablo 2. That's such a... grinding for the perfect ethereal 6-socket whatever or 4-socket whatever, and you got the runes and you finally make it, the euphoric explosion that occurs when you create that ultimate piece of gear, I miss that so much. They have to know the community wants that. We want, or some system that's similar. Sets are coming. I didn't know that. That'd be great. I'd love armor sets. That'd be sick. And here's the other thing, Blizzard, who's definitely not watching the stream, stop making us pay for the coolest sets in the game. I don't want to buy the sets. I want to farm for them. Stupid. Oh, we don't have time to make to make all the cool particle effect sets. We only have time to make the ones that you got to pay for. Put them in the game. It's fine if you want to have a marketplace where you buy extra stuff, but put more particle effects on the stuff that we can get in game. We already paid for it. You jerks. Old school bail runs, man. I spent so many late nights. You should come back to Diablo. Season 2 is awesome. It's 40% easier to gain experience, and the systems are so much better. Everything is better. Well, it's Blizzard. I mean, of course, but Diablo 4 is in a much better... If I was going to give a letter grade to this season, I'd give it a B+. It's pretty good. Pretty happy with it. There's some things that could be better, but it's pretty good. I've had a good time. I leveled a sorcerer all the way to 100. I'm obviously having a good time. The game I went broke over. Yeah. Yeah, the giveaway's over. We're just hanging out now. What is a Shaco? A Shaco, if you're asking what the Shaco is, a Shaco is, in Diablo 4, is one of the rarest items in the game. You have like a 1 in a million chance for it to drop normally, but off of one of the Uber bosses, which you have to farm the materials to even get to. It's like 1 in 50 runs, and it takes me about, I would say, a good 2 hours to farm the materials required for one Durio battle. Some people might do it in an hour and a half, but it takes me 2 hours or so if the conditions are just right to get the materials required to fight him one time, and you have maybe a 1 in 50 chance of getting any Uber unique, so it's even lower for Shaco. I don't know how many Uber uniques are, 6 or 8, so you have a very low chance of getting one. I play at weird times during the day, so I don't ever play with anybody. I play solo. I just like to do everything solo. But I appreciate the offer. I just really like to play these types of games on my own. I don't mean to be offensive. That's just how I like to play. Very casually. Harlequin Quest. Yeah, I know. Crest. Sorry, not Quest. Harlequin Crest. But Shaco. Because it's easier to say and has less syllables. You could not possibly offend me. That's how I am. I can become disgruntled in the comment section, but offended? No. Very, very unlikely that I'll be offended. You'd have to be you'd have to be an inherently evil person to offend me. All right, kids. All right, boys and girls. People of all walks of life. It's time for me to eat. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm just hungry at this point. This has been an epic live stream. Holy moly. We had over 1,600 people in here tonight. That was wild. Absolutely wild. Amazing live stream. My favorite time of the week. We still got 18 knives left, and I'll be packing those pouches with yet another premium knife to balance everything out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for all the new members. Thanks for all the new Patreon supporters. Thanks for all the people who just watch my content. Just hang out. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your week. Bye.